What's going on, guys? It's Pixelated, and it's that time of the week again. We're covering sneakers dropping for the rest of the week and whether they're hype or dead. We're looking at whether you should cop the sneaker for the toe, or if you're hustling to feed your pet dog, or if you should just let the sneakers rest until they later hit outlet shelves across the globe. The simple truth is, a lot of people are in the market to make money, and all of us, if not most of us, who buy sneakers on a regular basis have sold sneakers in the past to make money, to buy other sneakers, or just to downsize the collection. That's just the way it is. There's no getting around it. But before we get into the sneaker releases of this week, we've got some juicy sneaker leaks because the sneaker industry is the biggest gossip queen of them all, and it just can't shut up about future releases. So we're gonna go over those first, but if you enjoyed this video at any point, please make sure to hit that like button, hit that subscribe button so you can support the channel, and hit that noti bell to join Noti Gang and so you don't miss out on future content. Alright, we're gonna start right now. First leak we have is the Stussy X Nike Air Force 1 Low. Hot off the press with all their Spiridon releases, Stussy has made a name for themselves for dropping bangers with Nike. Don't get it twisted, Stussy has been around for a long time, but their Nike collabs just started recently. I believe it was the beginning of this year, and I believe they don't intend to stop, especially with their upcoming Air Force 1 collab. We've got two colorways so far. We've got the beige or fossil colorway and the black colorway. I love the construction of these shoes. It looks like they're made of some kind of straw or hemp, most likely hemp, kind of like the initial two Spiridons were. If you don't know, the hemp is really soft on these. It's really breathable, it's really comfortable, so I expect the same from the Air Force 1 Lows. There's also the Stussy logo on the toe box as well as the embroidered swooshes. Personally, I think they're nice, but I'm not gonna go out of my way to cop these. However, I do think these are gonna be hype. If you want them, you better be prepared when release date comes. Next up, we have the Jolly Rancher x Kawaii x New Balance collection. Since this is a collection, we're gonna focus on one single sneaker, and I believe this is gonna be the most popular one. It's gonna be the New Balance Omni 1 Low. Of course, because it's a Jolly Rancher collection, we get everything super vibrant and super colorful. That's what we get with these shoes as well. I still haven't had a chance to try out a pair of Omni 1, so I don't know how comfortable they are, but this collection is definitely gonna sell out regardless. My favorite part is that the Jolly Rancher fruits actually have the kawaii, deadpan, straight-faced demeanor on all of them. I was dying when I first saw that. These will sell out ASAP and are gonna be hype, although their performance in the aftermarket is yet to be determined. I don't think they'll resell for a lot over retail, but honestly, it's really up in the air for me. Finally, we've got the Travis Scott x Air Jordan 6 in the Khaki colorway. I don't think there's much that needs to be said here. As with previous Travis Jordan releases, including the previous Travis Jordan 6, these are gonna be hype. I'm not really a fan of the Travis Jordan 6s just because they're really just a regular pair of Jordan 6s with a stash pocket on the side, which isn't really fair to say because I have the Jordan 4s and I love those even though they're just a regular pair of Jordan 4s. That's a different colorway and a bit of Cactus Jack branding. I guess I need a little more incentive to buy a pair of Jordan 6s versus a pair of Jordan 1s or 4s because those two are my favorite silhouettes. Which are your favorites? At the end of the day, if you want these, they're gonna be hard to get. They're gonna be hype, so be prepared when release date comes. That's all we've got for the leaks. Let's move on to the sneaker releases. First and foremost, we have the Nike Dunk Michigan highs and Spartan Green highs. Both of these sneakers represent a university in Michigan, and these universities in Michigan are known for their sports teams, more specifically their football teams. University of Michigan Athletics in particular, with their navy and blue colorway, has such a storied past. I've seen UOM merch being worn all throughout since my high school days, and I live in Canada. I don't know how they managed to reach this far back then, but they did. I mean, it's not that far, we're like literally right next to the US, but still. These dunks have released in the past several times, so this is obviously another retro. Now, stores have already started raffling these in a lot of places, so if you're interested, I definitely say go check it out right now. These are officially releasing on September 23rd for $120 US, and these are definitely gonna be hype. Next up, we've got a basketball shoe. It's the KD13 Easy Money Sniper. Straight off the bat, I'm gonna tell you, I don't think these are gonna resell at all. If they do resell, it's gonna be maybe 50 bucks at most. But I do think they look sick. They've got a colorful pattern that really reminds you of hippies 80s culture. It kind of reminds me of CPFM meets Grateful Dead kind of vibe, and I'm really digging it. I feel like these are gonna sell out. These sneakers are officially releasing on September 24th for $160 US, and I don't think they're gonna be hype, but I do think they might sell out. Next, we have the Star Wars X Adidas Top 10 High in the Boba Fett colorway. I mentioned these in one of my previous videos as a leak. It is now releasing, and I gotta say, I haven't been impressed with Adidas collabs for a long time, but they're doing something really nice here, and I'm a really big fan of these. I remember reading someone's comment that these are the shoes you cop if you take an L on Travis Scott 6s, and honestly, if I had to choose a personal, I would probably pick these over the Travis Scott 6s. There's just way more effort put into these. These are hands down the better shoe between the two, objectively. These sneakers are releasing on September 24th for $110 US, $100. They're not going to be as hype as Travis Scott Jordan 6s, but they're going to be hype and probably super limited. Next, we have a pretty unique collection. It's the Rohan Wang x Nike collection. This collection includes a pair of Blazers, a pair of Nike Air Max 90s, and a pair of Air Force 1 lows. Rohan is a South Korean illustrator and visual artist, and of course that means that she's the one who designed these shoes. Her illustrations are all over them, giving them a nice, vibrant, cartoon-like aesthetic, and it's done very tastefully. What's more unique about these shoes is that they're made of fly leather. Fly leather is a material that is 50% made of recycled natural leather fiber. Once again, another initiative taken by Nike towards more sustainability. It's an incredible effort. I love the way they look, but I'm personally not gonna go for these. They look great, but I'm trying to balance my loud shoes with a little more toned down shoes, and I have quite a few loud shoes right now. In my opinion, these are gonna be hype though, and they're gonna sell out quickly. They're releasing on September 24th with varying prices, so if you're interested, I would definitely say go check them out. Next up, we have the Lego x Adidas ZX8000. I gotta say, I was a fan, as we all were, of Legos when I was a kid. A lot of us are still fans of Legos as we grow older, but I'm not a fan of this collab at all. This is what I'm talking about. Adidas has sick collabs like the Boba Fett, and then they come back to something like this, which I gotta say, it's cool in its own right. It's got the primary colors that reminds us of Legos. It's got the little nubs that those Lego bricks have on the heel. It has all these nice details, but I just can't see myself in them. Maybe it's just too many primary colors and not enough something else. Even with all that said though, these are gonna for sure sell out. They're releasing on September 25th for $130 US. Next up, we have the Nike Hybrid S2 Sashiko. Now I gotta say, I'm a big fan of what Nike's been doing with the Sashiko embroidery and theme on their sneakers. They did a good job with the Dunk lows, the future Jordan 4s with the Sashiko theme. It looks incredible. These I don't care too much for. They're really plain and don't complement the theme too much. They're not gonna be hype. They're releasing on September 26th for $140 US, and yeah, they're dead in the water. Next up, we have one of my favorite releases of this week. It's the Bodega x New Balance 997S Better Days. As an owner of the Bodega x New Balance 997S No Bad Days, I just gotta give Bodega a shout out for releasing 3 consecutive pairs of New Balance 997Ss that I just love and are on the top of my New Balance list. The Better Days that were initially seen on Kawhi's feet are now officially releasing, and it's safe to say that they're gonna be hype. They're releasing on September 25th for $160 US. Next up, we have the Atlas x Nike SB Get Lost at Sea Dunk High. These shoes are releasing with a collection of clothing. They're a collaboration with Atlas Skate Shop in San Mateo, California. The concept behind the shoe, as the name states, is of someone who's hopelessly lost at sea. Now, just like if you were lost at sea, from a distance, there might seem like there's not much that meets the eye. But if you get closer, you'll see that the upper is made entirely of this cracked leather. It's almost got a slight gray look to it. It's got a lot of other details, but let's save that for a potential review. These sneakers are super clean, and I love the material choice and concept for them. They're releasing locally at the skate shop on September 26th and are getting a global release on October 2nd, and are definitely gonna be hype. Finally, we've got the Kasina x Nike Dunk lows in the Neptune green and industrial blue colorways. Both are super cool dunk lows with a unique concept. We've got this cool steering wheel hanging off the industrial blue pair and a road sign on the back of the Neptune green pair. We've got the Nike swoosh on the toe vamp, and the suede is extra hairy and plush on both pairs. Kasina is a skate shop in South Korea started by a former pro skateboarder whose name I'm not even gonna bother to say because I definitely don't want to butcher it. And these sneakers are a callback to his humble beginnings in Busan all the way to opening doors to his shop in the country's capital, Seoul. The Neptune green colorway released exclusively at Kasina on September 18th, but the industrial blue colorway is releasing at Kasina and Nike sneakers in Asia on September 25th. Considering I'm not in Asia, it's gonna be pretty much impossible for me to even attempt to cop these, so I'm pretty bummed about that, but these are definitely gonna be hype. If you're looking forward to any releases this week, let me know in the comments. If there's any releases I missed that you're looking forward to, let me know in the comments. Are these week's releases hype or dead? Let me know down below. Catch you in the next one. Picsoleated is opening a bodega.